Your complaining about the things that are going on in your life are stopping you from truly seeing how happy you could be. I say this because in Philippians chapter 2, verse 14 to 15, it says, "Do everything without grumbling or arguing, so that you may become blameless and pure children of God, without fault in a warped and crooked generation. Then you will shine among them like stars in the sky." The thing about complaining is that you have to have a negative mindset to be able to do those things. You complain about your job. You complain about your family. You complain about your friends. You complain about the news. You complain about everything that is around you, and yet you don't take steps to fix it. With complaining, you only see the downside of the things that are in your life. You never see the greatness. You never see the goodness that God is providing you every single day. Now, there was a quote that I heard, and it said, "Your life is as good as your mindset." If you see everything as a problem, if you see everything as a setback, then that is exactly how you will see your life. You will think that everything that happens to you is something that is meant to bring you down. But if you look at life with a positive perspective, then your life will ultimately get more positive, and you will see the greatness and goodness that God is showing you every single day. Did you know that the fact that you woke up today is a blessing? The fact that you have eyes to see, ears to hear, a mouth that moves and talks is a blessing. There were so many people that went to sleep last night but did not wake up today. You were not one of them. There were many people that were born deaf. You were not one of them. There were many people that lost their eyes in accidents, but you were not one of them. So what do we have to complain about? I'm not saying that we don't go through problems. I'm not saying that we don't go through certain situations. I understand that life is full of those things. But if you only see everything as a negative thing in your life, you will never be able to see the blessings that God has given you. When was the last time you thanked God for having legs that move? When was the last time you thanked God for having a family? When was the last time that you thanked God for all that He has done in your life? See, the problems that we face can be so great and so vast that sometimes we don't even think God is there with us. So we complain. But the thing is, complaining does not fix anything in our lives. Complaining is reiterating the problem over and over and over again to the point where that is the only thing that you think about. And the thing about complaining is that it is all talk. Complaining is all talk. If there is a problem that you are trying to fix, if there is a problem that you have the ability to fix, then you should do what you can to get it sorted out. And if it is something that is beyond your control, then who can you give it to that has full control over everything in this world? Who can you give it to that has always been with you every single time, every single moment of your life? That is God. But I won't lie to you, having a positive mindset in circumstances that are not so great is something that can be difficult. There are definitely times where in my life I've been facing things where I thought that they would never get better, that I would never see the light at the end of the tunnel. I actually talked about that in one of my other videos. You can check that out. But just being in that situation of thinking that I may never be able to walk again and trying to figure out my own way in life, there were definitely times where I was complaining. There were definitely times where I felt as if I was trying to argue with God, thinking, why can't this happen? Why have you done this to me? What did I do to deserve this? But again, complaining just puts you in a place where you only think of negative things in your life. If you honestly sit down and think of all the great things that God has done for you, you will find no reason to complain. There is someone out there that has it worse than you. So obviously, as you may know, I am in college, and I thought that my classes were hard. I was, honestly complaining about my classes, saying, oh, this class is too hard. Why do I have to go to this class? Why is there so much homework, this, and that? And God had to humble me really quickly because I talked with a friend who was a double major. He was the president of one of the clubs at our school. And not only that, he was taking classes in the 300, 400 levels. And me, I was complaining about my little classes. I'm telling you, someone out there will have it worse than you. So be grateful to God for the things that you are going through. Don't complain about your situations. Grow from them. Don't complain about your situations. Learn from them because they will not last forever. Again, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to destroy you. God is not seeking for you to be destroyed. God is not seeking for you to stray away from him because of the things that you are going through. In the Bible, it even tells us that God will not let us go through things that we do not have the strength to be able to go through. So whatever things you are facing right now, do not give up hope. Whatever things you are facing right now, give it to God because he will give you the strength that you need. So do not complain. Complaining only gives you a negative aspect in life. What you need to do is learn and grow and give it to God. Learn and grow and give it to God. All right? I'll see you in the next video.